Hi all, and welcome to the opening bell of Friday the 13th. Obviously the date is not very encouraging, and indeed we have a red open thanks to the tension, maybe potential war or big time war in the in the Middle East. This is how we look here. I mean, if you watch my watch list, all in the red other than energy, up big on spike in oil prices, and Apple, which is marginally higher, and Oracle, after the 10%, sorry, it was 7.5 to 8% gain yesterday, still has some momentum left, despite the Qs being down 1%. The S&P is down 0.87, despite the strength in energy, which is a major factor, or used to be a huge factor. Now it is a major factor, but obviously not as important as before. So that's the market that we're going to open into. Now, if you remember yesterday, we picked 8 stocks. I'm going to talk about those 8 in a second. The reason why they've been picked, and we'll follow them. Now it's 9:30, of course. The market just opened, so we're going to follow on them in about let's say 2 hours, and see what happens and how these prerequisites and the analyst pre-market can lead you to picking the right stocks. Obviously, I don't see us picking another Oracle today, but you never know. So obviously, the 2 big movers from yesterday, GameStop and Oracle, are on my list. Then we have Adobe, which reported earnings, and it's down nearly 5%. Adobe is a mega stock, cannot be day traded per se, because it's also very spready, but it can be percentage traded. We'll talk about it if it's going to be available for us later. We have CCL, that's a Carnival Cruise, down big, probably because of the tensions in the Middle East and oil prices. Also we have airlines. Delta is down, American Airlines is down, so airlines hit twice. Oil prices, the Air India crash, that's bad for, obviously, for airlines, and the potential turmoil in Europe and the Middle East, mainly oil as well. So we have airlines. I picked Delta. Then I picked ExxonMobil. Why ExxonMobil? Because it's the biggest oil company, oil producer. It's up big today. Let me see the numbers. Actually, Oxy is up 4, and ExxonMobil up. I'll stick with Exxon. At Oxy, it looks a bit better now at the open. The whole energy sector is up to more than 2%. And there's always Tesla with the TSLL ETF, one stock ETF, which is, I'm sure, on everybody's watch list all day, every day. And Visa, representing financials, down, how much is it down to this morning? Down 3%. I'm sure it's not because of the Middle East, maybe some additional issues. So we have 8 stocks. Let's repeat: Oracle, GameStop, Adobe on earnings, CCL because of oil prices, the Middle East, Visa, I'm not sure why, Delta obviously because of oil prices, Air India crash and the Middle East, ExxonMobil because of oil prices moving higher by 7% overnight, and Tesla. So those are the big 8. On top of that, we have this list, which is on my watch list. Sorry, not on my watch list. It's with me all day, every day. And this is stocks that trade 1 million shares in volume and are above $10. And already we can see in the morning those double-digit, in this case triple-digit mover, RBNE. Never heard about this one. Up 300%, meaning it was $6. Sorry. $4 yesterday, or 5, let's say 4, and Look what's going on here. Up triple its price and the market did not actually opened a minute ago, 2 minutes ago. And HUSA or RGN, I don't remember. It used to, I think it's a biotech stock, I'm not sure. On the negative side, we have ORCL, that's the energy stock that was at all-time highs, I think, yesterday or the day before yesterday on energy deal with I think the Navy or the US Army in Alaska. SBET, again SBET, this is SharpLink. This is a stock that went from $4 to $120. Today falling 66%. That's they're building Ethereum. I don't remember the exact terminology for that fortress. The whole money of the whole company is going to be invested in Ethereum. Again, I don't know what happened. We'll read about it later. It's not shortable, so it can be only a long play, if any. We have some weakness in airlines. As I said before, you can see American Airlines, Delta, X is down. XPEV, that's a Chinese automaker. Okay, that's pretty much it. And Boeing down another 2%. That's definitely not a surprise. But yesterday we fell totally with the Boeing. Again, not we. I mean, we did want to show some strength or weakness in Boeing. It did not happen. Other than that, let me see if I have CRWV. That's a mega mover, down 4%. eToro, another IPO from a week ago, down 5%. The Bitcoin the stablecoin IPO CRCL is up 2%. Robinhood can be traded as well. Okay, that's pretty much the roundup. I mean, not very impressive. Remember, guys, we are not in the earnings season. We're basically, I don't want to say be forced look at trades that we normally don't look at, but we'll try to watch and keep an eye on the opportunities, which are always the same. Volatile stocks that have a trend intraday, and on top of that, you can trade them without huge spreads, so the volume is good. And of course, you don't want to be running or thinking about entering a trade after it's a huge move up with a lot of risk. So there are stocks that are moving sharply higher or lower in the first 5 to 10 minutes, and then they do nothing all day. It happens, I don't want to say 20% of the time or 15%, but happens quite often where a stock makes its move on institutional traders getting rid of or buying a lot of shares at the open, and then the volume dries out. Stock that does nothing. We don't want to deal with those type of stocks. But again, we're not going to press the button, or I'm not suggesting anybody press the button at any point until you have your strategy in place. Yesterday, anybody that pressed the button on the number one stock did the right thing, and later on, GameStop, after volatile open, found its way and dropped, I think, another 5 to 10%. I don't remember the exact numbers, but a big drop in GME, and it ended up closing at the lows of the day. That's Friday the 13th, the open right now. And again, if I'm looking at additional stocks that may be interesting in this list, I'm looking at ASTS. I remember talking about this stock in the past, but have to do my homework. ASTS. But I'm not going to change the strategy. Adobe is in, CCL is in, GameStop is in, Oracle is in, and Visa, Delta, ExxonMobil. We'll see how the market reacts, and if this 1% pullback in the S&P is going to be actually a buying opportunity, or the other way around. So if you're looking so far at the open, it's all good. Okay, so we started with a move higher. We started down 0.88, now only down 0.63. Again, I mean, it's meaningless. We are only 8 minutes into the trading day. Yeah, I think this is pretty much it. We'll come back at now it's 9:40. Let's come back at anywhere between 11 and 11:30, decipher what happened, and talk about what went wrong, what went well, and how this simple analysis using very little parameters, but very precise parameters, as much as the market is giving us, can help you with deciphering the open and looking always at the right opportunities for day trading. And again, day trading, as you remember yesterday, there were stocks that went up and down all day. There were stocks that went up all day or down all day, and we want those stocks that have one trend all day. It doesn't happen very often. However, there are stocks that can be aggressive and play the game where they were up sharply in the morning and then crashed in the afternoon. I have something that we don't see very often. If you want to look at the chart of VOYG yesterday, weird price action, but you could have traded both sides of the market in the same day when the intraday range was, I remember the number quite, because it's a staggering number, 28%. What does it mean? Again, for those who didn't see the last video, it means that if a stock is $100, the intraday range is $28. That's 28% of the price of the stock, which doesn't happen. Okay, 99% of the time doesn't happen, but being that we have so many stocks to deal with, and so many events are happening here and there, and those are the stocks that are most likely to deliver the best intraday performance, because a stock that moves up a range of 1% all day, you know that you're not going to catch any fish in a pond where they're either dead or missing. So that's pretty much the analogy. Okay, so hope it was illuminating enough. We'll repeat and repeat and repeat this very simple experiment. If you like it, and please comment. We'll see you guys in about let's say 11:30. So that's almost 2 hours. Thanks for being here with us. Please like and if possible share with a friend, and it helps us. It helps our channel grow. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in our next video.